Number 10. First on our list is the 99-foot tall H2O No water slide you can find at the Mountain Creek Water Park in New Jersey. It's a huge green colored body slide, which is so steep it'll throw you into a free fall as it launches you downwards, creating one of the biggest splashes I've ever seen at the bottom. You just gotta make sure you're not standing too close when people come shooting down it. As far as water slides go though, it may be tall, but it's got a lot of shortcomings. Like it's only got one slide, when the other ones you see have a couple of slides side by side. Ultimately, this whole ride is over pretty quickly and really doesn't strike the kind of fear into your heart you might want to if you're going looking for tall water slides. But you do have to give them extra credit for the pun in the name. Number 9. This next one looks flimsy. I assume it's built to a very high standard and is perfectly safe, but from a distance, the King Kahuna water slide looks like a rickety piece of scaffolding with an oversized Hot Wheels track attached to it, which probably adds to the terror, as you have to wait for hours on this thin platform just to be in the chance of getting pushed down this slide along with the powerful water jets. You'll find the slide in Spain's biggest amusement park, Ventura, out in their aquatic park. As far as slides go, it's only 3 feet taller than the last one. But it's probably because of its more open setup that it seems to appear way taller and more dangerous. Probably a trick they employ to make the ride seem more impressive, though it's definitely cool. Number 8. Coming in at 105 feet is a water slide called Expirado, which looks totally cool right off the bat because the entrance of it looks like a gaping fish mouth covered in blood. This does admittedly make it a little tricky to get into, since you have to climb over the big pointy teeth, but then you're in for a freaky ride down an enclosed body slide. It twists and turns around and is pretty dark until it suddenly opens up and you're bombarded by daylight through a net covering. After all the twists, this is pretty disorienting. And in some of the clips of this slide, you can actually hear the people going down it getting startled by the sudden bright light. That's not the end of the slide though, because it's got a surprise drop right at the end, and you get dropped down into a nice looking swimming pool, ready to queue up and climb into that fish's mouth all over again. Number 7. Okay, we're finally getting into some of the slides that have records, because now it's time for the tallest water slide in Europe, located in Aqualandia in Benidorm, Spain. It's another one with a unique pun for its name, this one called Vertigo, which is obviously a play on vertigo, the name of the condition where you get dizzy if you find yourself at the top of a high building. And man is this one tall, towering 33 meters above the ground. Interestingly, Vertigo also stole the record for being the tallest slide in Europe from King Kahuna, which we already saw. Though there is some controversy about this, because Vertigo is the first freefall slide on our list to use a trapdoor at the start. At least a trapdoor makes people go faster on the slide, because you don't have to wait every now and then for someone having a panic about it if they go down or not. On Vertigo, they just get dropped straight in. Number 6. There are actually a lot of people who will tell you that the tallest water slide in the world is Summit Plummet, the Frozen themed ride at Blizzard Beach in Disney World Orlando. This isn't the tallest by quite a few places, but it's definitely one of the steepest, which might be why people get confused. It's an almost 90-degree drop and almost everyone who goes on it ends up screaming on the way down. It's like a bobsled but with water added to it, and that's how fast it goes. While it's pretty awesome that it reaches a speed of 55 miles per hour, which is actually faster than even the fastest jet ski by quite a lot, it still kinda sucks that it doesn't last longer. The total ride is barely even 10 seconds, and then you've gotta line up again for ages to have another go. It's a good thing the Disney park has tons of water slides to go on. Number 5. Deep Water Dive is another slide that launches you out of a trap door. only this one is in Louisville, Kentucky rather than out in Spain. It's 121 feet tall and boasts a 70-degree slope, which you fall down without any kind of raft or buoy device. So you really need a head for heights for this one, and every other slide on this list. It's in Kentucky Kingdom and Hurricane Bay, and has been a popular attraction ever since the park was reopened in May 2014. The freakiest thing about this ride is that it's not a person who pulls the lever to drop you down though. It's controlled by a robot. So there's every possibility that the launch could begin when you're not quite ready for it. I highly doubt that's ever happened, and there are probably multiple lifeguards watching to make sure people are safe. But you never know when technology might start taking its revenge on humanity.
3, 2, 1, launch!
Number 4. This one is officially the tallest water slide in America, stealing the record from Deepwater Dive just a few months ago at the very end of May. It's called Ko'okiri Body Plunge, and you'll find it in the newly opened Universal Studios water park in Orlando, called Volcano Bay. So I guess no one is going to care about going on Summit Plummet anymore, as Disney's theme park rivals are the official creators of the tallest slide in the US. On top of that, it also has a trap door, just like Deepwater Dive, and is at the same 70-degree angle to make it seem like you're genuinely falling into space with no hope of rescue. It seems like Universal really wanted to outdo all the other water parks in the country to try and pull in the highest number of tourists. Not surprising since they randomly decided to just build a giant water park to replace the water park they already had. Number 3. We're leaving the US for good and heading back to Aqualandia for the Captain Spacemaker water slide. Although this is actually a different Aqualandia to the one in Spain, this one is in Venezia in Italy. So I guess it's either a franchise, a coincidence, or they couldn't think of a more interesting name. This is the only slide on our entire list that isn't a body slide. It's an actual inline raft slide, which makes it pretty unique. It's 132 feet tall, and people can hurtle down it at speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour. You get 4 people in the raft at a time, and then everybody gets launched down. First very slowly, and then all of a sudden the speed kicks in and you go flying through the water park and into the pool at the bottom. To be honest though, I really don't understand why it has the name Captain Spacemaker when it hasn't got anything to do with space. Number 2. Some people are going to tell you that the water slide Insano, found in Beach Park and in Brazil, is the tallest water slide in the world, and that's half true. It is actually the tallest freestanding water slide in the world, meaning it's built on its scaffolding like a lot of the other water slides we've already seen in this video. It's 135 feet tall, or 41 meters, and reaches speeds of 65 miles per hour, faster than some cars go on the freeway. While it being the tallest is a matter of debate, some people will also consider it the scariest. This could be because unlike other slides where you go down straight away, there's a weird almost flat part at the beginning of this one, which means you'll already be sliding once you go over the edge and drop, which just proves to make it an even faster ride. And it is the fastest water slide in the world.
For safety reasons, Insano only allows travel in a single position, on your back with arms and legs crossed. However, with such hair-raising speeds, it's hard to imagine this would be a problem for most, as it is unlikely many would want to plunge down headfirst.
Number 1. So if Insano was the tallest freestanding water slide, you might ask what other kind of water slides are there? Well, the official tallest water slide in the world is named after the second tallest mountain in the world, Kilimanjaro, and you'll find it also in Brazil, but this time in Barra de Piraí in a park called Aldeia das Águas Park Resort. It towers nearly 30 feet higher than Insano, and 65 feet higher than H2O No, the first water slide on our list.